Meanwhile, President Yoon Suk Yeol on Tuesday met with Ukrainian First Lady Olena Zelenska, who's visiting the country as an envoy for Kyiv. She requested more non-lethal aid from Seoul, where the president shares sympathy for the war-torn nation. Our presidential office correspondent Oh Soo-young has more.
President Yoon Suk Yeol has expressed South Korea's solidarity and continued support for the people of Ukraine in his meeting with Ukrainian First Lady Olena Zelenska, who has requested more non-lethal aid from Seoul. Presidential spokesperson Lee Do-woon told reporters that the South Korean leader and his wife Kim Keon Hee on Tuesday met with Zelenska, who is currently in the country as a special envoy for her husband Volodymr Zelenskyy. During their meeting, Yoon conveyed the South Korean public and government's sympathy for Ukrainians and the families of those afflicted in Russia's invasion of their country.
무고한 인명, 특히 여성과 아동의 끔찍한 피해를 불러오는 그런 무력 사용 등 비인도적 행위는 어떤 상황에서도 용납될 수 없습니다.
The president also commended Zelenska's prominent role on raising global awareness and support for her war-torn country. According to spokesperson Lee, the Ukrainian envoy did not request lethal weapons from Seoul. Expressing Kyiv's gratitude for South Korea's solidarity and humanitarian aid, she requested more non-lethal military equipment, including those for mine detection and removal and rescue vehicles. She further asked that many South Korean firms participate in Ukraine's reconstruction efforts. Yoon replied that Seoul will actively support Ukraine through close cooperation with NATO countries and the international community. Over the nearly 15 months of war in Ukraine, Seoul has maintained the policy of providing non-lethal aid to Kyiv. But President Yoon told US media last month that he may have to reconsider Seoul's mode of support if Russia commits large-scale crimes against civilians or other violations of international law of war. In a Yonhap interview published Tuesday, the Ukrainian First Lady said Yoon's words were wise and she was grateful for his understanding. She also thanked Koreans for setting a good example and encouraging Ukrainians, deeming South Korea a model for recovery and growth. Zelenska further expressed willingness to invite President Yoon and First Lady Kim to Ukraine, saying the country is always waiting for its friends, though Yoon's office later said a formal invitation wasn't made. The top office says First Lady Kim also greeted Zelenska in a separate welcoming session, noting her Ukrainian counterpart's campaigns for children's education and mental health support during war, and reflecting on how South Korea, also as a nation afflicted by invasion in modern history, deeply emphasizes with the people of Ukraine. Oh Soo-young, Arirang News.